What's going on, everybody? It's the Bull Show, aka Aiden, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a little bit of news about a player that could potentially be accepting his player option and rejoining the Chicago Bulls next season. Now, at the end of the day, I know a lot of people want roster shakeups, roster changes, stuff like that, and I understand where you're coming from, but ultimately with player options, it's the player's choice. We have no control over which player accepts their player option, which player declines their player option. And I think most people might be happy with, I guess, bringing this player back at the end of the day if he's used correctly. But the player I'm going to be talking about today is Andre Drummond. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bull Show, turn notifications on, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about Andre Drummond and whether or not you would like to see him back with the Chicago Bulls team. Now, the story is that Andre Drummond is expected to pick up his player option. Now, keep in mind, expected does not guarantee a player option will be accepted. It's the same process with Derrick Jones Jr. Earlier on in the offseason, Derrick Jones Jr. suggested he is more likely than not going to accept his player option and he wants to remain in Chicago. And it seems like the same story is coming out about Andre Drummond as well. Andre Drummond, I think, has some quotes coming around saying that he absolutely loves the teammates that he plays with. He absolutely loves playing in Chicago. He loves Chicago. Beautiful music to my ears. Even though I'm not from Chicago, it's still beautiful and music to my ears because it essentially means that this organization and, of course, the city of Chicago made him feel welcome, made him feel at home. And, you know, as someone that deeply cares about Chicago, even though I'm not from there, that does mean a lot to me. I'm sure it means a lot more to people that actually live in Chicago and support the Bulls and support Andre Drummond. It's fantastic news to see. So with Andre Drummond, you know what you get at this point. You're going to get a good rebounder. You're going to get a guy that can attack the paint well. He's mobile on defense, but he's not necessarily a rim protector. He's someone that I think can keep up with, you know, the small ball centers of the world, and he's a guy that I think can keep up with some of the biggest centers in the world as well. I think he can play physical, but you know, when it comes to actually leaping and blocking those shots, he's not necessarily a rim protector, so people will feel upset in that regard, in the sense that we need a rim protector. Andre Drummond might not be that, but all in all, bit of an interesting conversation. I think I'm happy with Andre Drummond coming back here. I'm more happy at the fact that the price is a very reasonable price. Again, I think $2.6 million for Andre Drummond next season it's a really good price to have someone of that caliber under contract for. And I'm very, very happy that he is considering keeping his player option. I'm very happy that the Bulls are going to get that caliber of player for that price. And again, I don't think there's much wrong with what he can do. But the problem here is, how is he going to be used next season? I think that's the biggest issue that we have as Bulls fans. Because, you know, we prioritize small ball a lot in the later parts of the season, even in the beginning parts of the season. There were moments where Andre Drummond was not getting game time, was not playing well, and everything in between. So how are we going to manage that better this season than we did last season? Because I think, even until this day, I truly believe in my soul, we played our best when Andre Drummond was playing as the center spot for the Chicago Bulls, when we weren't really prioritizing constant small ball as small ball 5, and we actually had a bigger body to go and attack the paint, and we had a bigger body that can dominate on off the glass and stuff like that. I think that was where we were most dominant. And I think Andre Drummond still has the capabilities at 28, 29 years old to still be a dominant center off of this bench. I still think he's a high quality center off of this bench. But the fact of the matter is, if you mismanage a player like Andre Drummond, then there will be problems there. There always will be problems there when you mismanage players, but especially someone that can be a good replacement for Nikola Vucevic off of that bench. Someone that can give Vucevic the proper rest he may need. You know, I'll never forget that time with Philly. I think that was where, you know, Joel Embiid was fantastic for Philly. He could have 15, 20-minute spells off the bench sometimes because Andre Drummond was so dominant when he played for Philadelphia. That's the level I think we can get to with the Chicago Bulls team. Now, obviously, Vucevic is not Joel Embiid level, but Vucevic can do his thing and get a lot of rest and have Andre Drummond come in, play some big minutes for this team, dominate the glass, provide a different option as well. Andre Drummond is a lob threat. Andre Drummond is more of an attacking the paint type of guy than Vucevic. And, you know, he's also a guy that I believe can better run in transition than Vucevic as well. It provides a different option. I think it's really nice to have someone like Andre Drummond on this team. But at the end of the day, you know, if you do misuse him, if you do just sit him out half the season because you prioritize small ball, then one, I don't know why Andre Drummond would come back to that, because as much as you love Chicago, surely there's better playing environments out there for you. But two, if you do mismanage that, you won't see the best out of him even if you do play him. Those are the problems we have to handle. And I'm hoping with, of course, if you add a point guard into this team, which I'm still hoping the Bulls can do, if you add more shooting into this team, it could provide more problems for other teams' defenses that can make Andre Drummond a more impactful player overall. You know, when teams are cramming the paint against us and people are playing zones against us, and they're all going to be out rebounding us because they're playing a zone essentially, and they're forcing the Bulls to shoot those threes, you know, it does impact the players in the paint as well, because again, if they're laying off the three-point line, where are they? They're going to be in the paint, cramming out centers like Andre Drummond and trying to get rebounds, rebounding in committee. That's a problem for the guys in the paint just as much as it's a problem from the three-point line as well. So again, if you can fix other areas of this team, I think you can see a better Andre Drummond. And of course, if you use him correctly, you'll obviously see a better Andre Drummond as well. But I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you happy with Andre Drummond committing his future, I guess verbally, with the Chicago Bulls team, or do you think it's the wrong option? Do you think we should go after somebody else? Do you think someone like trading for Mo Bamba or someone along those lines, do you think that's the way the Chicago Bulls should go? Personally, I'm happy. You know, 2.6 million. Again, it's a bargain to have someone like Drummond on that contract for another season. But, you know, I always do get worried about expiring deals because it doesn't necessarily mean they'll come back and you could lose them for nothing. But we'll wait and see what ends up happening. I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in the next Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.